Alright, so I just went to the gym. I did the steam room after. In the steam room, I meditated, so I don't have to do it here. I came home. My hands smell like onions because I just got my bone broth going. It should be done about 6 p.m., which is perfect. I plan on watching golf. The last 9 holes of the golf tournament. It's weird because I checked online and usually the tournament ends at 5. But today, for some reason, it ends at 6:30 because it's on the West Coast. That might make sense. I've got my green tea, of course. So my bone broth should end about 6, which is perfect because I'll just run upstairs, take off the lid, let it cool down for a good, usually hour and a half. It's so hot. Yeah, see, 6:30 Eastern time. I might end up taking a nap from like 11:30 to like 1:30ish or something like that. 11:30 till whenever I wake up. And then I'm going to do my poker session right after that while I'll eat. Do a couple hand reviews type thing. And then I'll play until 4:30, I'll say. The last 9 holes usually last about 2 hours, so about 4:30. So that'll be about 3 hours of poker. What else did I want to say? Yeah, so from now on, whenever I go in the steam room, I'll meditate there so that I can save some time. 2 birds in 1 stone type thing. I also noticed, I thought about it while I was at the gym, that last night while playing poker, a form of tilt is always expecting the worst. What kind of form of tilt is that? Is that desperation tilt? No. Injustice tilt? Hate losing tilt? I'll just put here expecting the worst as a tilt. I always think people, oh, slow played aces, slow played aces, slow played aces. I think that's because I've been running bad for what I think is bad anyways. Last night variance was like 4.5 out of 5, pretty much 5 out of 5. I gotta do this based off feel. Last night mood, I'll say a good 9. Also, I'm gonna lock myself in my room until I take my nap. So I should have 3.5 hours of productive time. All I gotta do is read in the mental edge. I won't videotape doing myself doing those 2 things, but I'll get that done by 9, those 2 things. Quarter to 9, if possible. I'll shoot for quarter to 9. It is 7:54 right now. You guys can't see. Always the worst. So last night's variance, I'll say 4.5 out of 5. It's pretty much a 5 out of 5. Why would I say 0.5? That would be like a 9 out of 10. I said I wanted to do a rating system out of 5, not 10. Might as well be out of 10, I guess. Whatever, I'll just say 4.5 out of 10, out of 5. Point is, I ran pretty well last night. I don't really remember the big hands that I won. There was the pocket 10s hand. Did I get over pairs? So it's important to review, your wins too, so that you realize So here's the pocket tens hand. Yeah, where this guy bluffed with 2-3 of diamonds. I 3-bet, C-bet, check flop, or check turn, and then check called river. And he jammed, I believe. I'm gonna open that twice. And let's go way through it quick. 3-bet call. I C-bet to what? 14-ish? 12. So what kind of floats can he have here? He can have 7s through 10s, 7 through jacks, queen X. Obviously flush draws, but it's a 3-bet pot. He would still have this type of player, 29, 29, would still have all his suited hands that I think that he opened with. Maybe he's got like 7-8 of clubs, 5-4 of clubs, 5-7 of clubs, ace X of clubs, king 10 of clubs, king jack of clubs, all these weird floats you can have. So I like just checking here. And deuce. I don't. If I bet here again, he's folding all those hands. I think he's still betting his queen X here. He's probably betting 7s through jacks here. That's a beautiful card. He jams, eh? Getting 2-1. Actually better than 2-1 because I only have 73 effective. So I gotta call 70, let's just say 74 to win. 74 plus 100 is 174. So the whole total pot would be 250-ish. 75 is 150 plus 100. 75 out of 250 represents 75 times 3 is 225, and about a third of that, so 3.3. There's 3.3 chunks. There's at least 2, so there's 33%. I'd say about 28% equity. Does this factor in that I'm only calling this? I'd say like 28, 29%. No, 28, 27%. Let me just do this real quick. So the total pie is 100. I gotta call, whatever, we'll say 74 times 2. Plus 100 equals 248. So it would be my 74 divided by 248. 29%. About 30%. So yeah, it does factor in that not this, but this, which makes sense. It's a poker software. That's good to know. Obviously, because if they thought I had to call 110, my odds would be a little less than 3-1, or 2-1, I should say. Ratio 2-1, fraction 3-1. I get confused with ratio. I'd rather think in fractions, but with ratios you could just add one to the other side to know the entire pie type thing. So yeah, 30%. Does he ever do this with Queen X? I don't think so. Maybe Ace Queen. Thinking I have jacks or tens. King Queen myself. Anyways. hands. So it was like a limp, over limp. I 3-bet, and then he re-raised pre, and I called. What did he end up? Oh, he didn't show anything, eh? Oh, it's a min raise, cold call. Sizing. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, which is 10. Times 3, times 4, times 5, because I'm out of position, which would be 10. I'll add a little more because it's the micro stakes. Why not? This guy limp re-raises. At the time, did I have this 21% 3-bet? Does these type of players that play like this? It's only 52 hands. He hasn't stolen yet in 11 chances. He can't be a regular. He's just like some spaz, I guess. What kind of range do you think this is? This is like ace jack, ace queen, and like mid pocket pairs, like a cold caller range. A cold caller range for a 3-bet. A 3-bet cold caller range. Yeah. He could be spazzing with random suited connectors. Is it a lot of aces though? That's the thing. Ace queen, ace jack. He c-bets a lot, so yeah, I can't fold to this, especially for this sizing, like 3rd pot. Does he turn c-bet a lot? 2 out of 7. No, he gives up, it looks like. Blank. Checks back. Yep. He could check back a lot of his ace-x. I don't expect him to bet a lot of his ace-x here whenever I 3-bet, unless for some reason he cold calls ace-king there. But he has to put me on ace-king most of the time. And I gotta stop thinking they always put me on ace-king. But he has to feel like ace-king, kings, aces, jacks plus. That's probably what it looks like to him. 10. Yeah, so he's probably putting me on kings through jacks most of the time. I like my check here because he's going to bluff all his bluffs and he's going to value bet his aces again. Because he probably expects me to bet here with ace king. He's obviously betting his 5s here. I guess he could have quad 7s. No, he probably bets the turn smallish with all his nutted hands like that. But I much rather go for a check jam here, thinking he can't fold ace king, ace queen, ace 10. Maybe a slow played like 7-8. King 7 suited, 7-9 suited, 7-6 suited. Even a slow played 5s, he's never bet folding this, right? So check raising here seems like the line to go with. This way I could get his entire stack. Being 160, yeah. So that was really the hand of the night for me. I won like what? 3/4 of a stack off him? No, he just bet 50, half the pot. I put half the pot. He put half the pot, so an entire stack off him. Yeah, 106 big blinds from him. What did I start with? 272. 272 minus rake. And they took a almost 11 big blinds. Is there a cap? A cap is 5%. 10% would be 20 big blinds, so 5%. Oh man, so it doesn't cap at all. It just goes 5% all the time. Ew. I thought it was like a 5%. Usually live is like, what is it? Is it 5% and it's capped at like $5 or something like that? I don't know. I don't remember. King's here too. What did he show up with? Did I turn my hand into bluff catching? 3-bet this guy. This is the Nick dude, eh? Tens. Did he have tens? Oh no. Yeah, I stacked off with tens versus queens here. That's what it was. So I don't remember this hand. Yeah, I remember. Okay. I remember thinking. I forget what he shows up with. I'm not sure if I stack him. Let's see here. C-bet, fold to C-bet. I like a bigger C-bet here because he's never folding. It's kind of like a static calling range. He's never folding flush draws. He's never folding pairs, I don't think. Because his deuces and threes kind of have like gut shots. His ace highs he can call. Like ace 3 suited, ace 2 suited, ace 7 suited, ace 6 suited. He might call here. All his broadways, he's probably not calling unless he's got like backdoor flush draws. But yeah, I think I could go a little bit bigger here, like 12. Not really a crime here. No, he's only continuing with, I like a bigger bet, like 27, 29-ish, okay. I mean, if he has 5, 6, 4, or 6s, so be it. He doesn't have 4, 6 suited, I don't think. There's only 2 combos of that. 5, 6 suited. Only 2 combos of that. Right? Hearts and diamonds. Then he's got like 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s. We'll say jacks, maybe even queens. That's 6 times 6 is 36. He probably has the 3 ace 4 suiteds. Maybe I'll give him a combo of ace 6 suited, like ace 6 of hearts. Yeah, he's got, this is obviously a bet here. Now you're going to keep charging his flush draws. He just jams here. How does that improve him? Does he have 7, 8 of spades? Can't have 6x of spades. It's there. So 7, 8 of spades. Pocket 10s. Pocket 6s maybe. Pocket 4s maybe. Doesn't. I can't fold this though because he could be doing this with like queens, jacks, maybe ace 10 of clubs. I don't know. What did he show up with? Ace queen off or some shit like that, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright, I marked it. Man, my dog ate a piece of onion today that fell on the floor. It was so fucking funny. I tried to get him not to eat it, but he fucking ate it. This is just a stack off pre-flop. I'll just go through it real quick. Versus the spaz, I like my sizing. Slightly bigger. Why not? And never folding, obviously. The thing is, do I want to call this? No, because I want him to stack off with like ace jack, ace queen, ace king. I mean, once he does this move, he's never folding, right? And if he is folding, so what? It's no variance play. Thank you for the free 40 BBs. But what I've got... Oh, I wasn't even full stacked here. I mean, what I can't click it back. Yeah, it's just a jam. I'm gonna put it itself. What I had 59% equity versus 10s plus ace queen or ace jack plus 60% equity versus 10s plus ace jack plus with queens. 60% equity. Yeah, I thought it'd be higher. But you dominate to the pocket pairs, 10s and jacks, and you're dominated by aces and kings. You split with queens, obviously, and then 70% versus ace queen and ace jack. And versus ace king, it's 55%, 56%, something like that. Okay. So yeah, I'm just pretty much making this video to kind of review and just blabber about random stuff before I get started. I'm gonna get started real quick. Just and I'm not gonna forget my music this morning. So yeah, whenever I'm in the steam room, I think about what I'm gonna do today, what I learned yesterday, and meditate. So I did my chest and triceps. Yeah, I already meditated. I'll read that one chapter, then that. 3-bet ranges. This is not really a priority right now. You know? So if I don't get this done today, it's okay. It's cool. Session review. I want to go a little more in depth than what I just did. I want to look at my bad hands for sure. I'm just focused on removing my C game. You know? Being more consistent and stable. What would Tommy do? Part 3. Watch. So I'm gonna do my picture frame after I'm done watching golf, because it's the thing it's easiest to do. I'm most excited to do. Kind of like this background. It's really fun to do. Play poker right around that time. I did this at the gym before I noticed. That golf was gonna last till 6:30, so that's a little bonus. Where's Gaze? I got everything done yesterday. I know. Copy. Where was that Google Keep? I know I marked off session review. I didn't really do that good, but I realized I'm gonna look at another different video of Flopzilla. I'm gonna rewatch the one I watched yesterday. It was a pretty good video. So I got the screenshot to post in this morning's. Yeah, I have to show yesterday's stuff too. Once I post this, I'm just gonna close this and take this just in case. Once I post this to my video on YouTube, I can delete it. I'll always have these pinned at the top. These notes things that I'm not gonna mess around with them until I get to work. I could do that at work. So is there anything else I want to talk about? There's 3 things. The steam room had 2 things, both what I'm gonna think about and meditate. And the third thing, the third thing was always expecting the worst. I wanted to think about that. Alright. So that's something to keep track of. Maybe I'll just stick to a one warm-up sheet a week and kind of just jot down. I think so, yeah. I want to change the thing, yeah, to PSA too, because position and checking my hole cards is kind of a given to me now. I notice when I'm in the small blind button under the gun, it's in my thought process. I should be more aware of the things that I forget instead of remembering all the things I need to remember. Stack size is the biggest, and not getting crazy against the aggressive fishes, especially out of position. Playing only hands that make like top pair type of hands, bluff catchers, and like the really good speculative hands like 9-8 suited and stuff like that. Pocket pairs, obviously. You don't really have good implied odds versus them. Oh yeah, you do if they're bluffy. They're bluffy, they'll stack off with any top pair type thing, thinking you're gonna bluff them. Alright, so this is the end of this video. I'm gonna read and do my mental edge. And I need to come up with a time to review my mental edge. I've got all these pictures on my phone. I'm kinda... The beauty with poker is I'm gonna pause it so I don't have to watch commercials, and I could mess around with my guitar while I watch golf, you know? That's what I usually do. When can I look at the mental edge? Like right before bed? Right before bed I read and meditate. Maybe I could... I'll think about it. Morning talk, no more audio. Yeah, I talked about that at work. I'd exhaust myself. Alcohol abuse. I only drank once this whole New Year, and it was only a Mickey, which is really good. I haven't even had cravings or anything. I just know it's not the answer anymore. General poker plan for the year. I kind of pasted that yesterday in the mental edge. Proud of myself, yeah, because that one night I had a rough session, but I got up the next morning and I got right back to it. The challenge is a couple days in a row. What's that? Am I going to be able to get through it? I should be able to get through it. Get through it with doing the less damage possible. If you have to cheat on your diet, so what? Have a little rice. Don't have a fucking bowl of chips and pizzas, you know? Have some rice. Oh, my bone broth too. That's why I'm doing my bone broth, because as soon as I get home, I'm gonna have my green smoothie. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on my green smoothie too. Is it like too much fruit? It's a lot of vegetables, but is it too much fruit that it spikes my insulin and then it makes me tired? So I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on that. But I come home, I have my green smoothie, I play poker, I either eat my supper with my salad, or I cook my protein while I eat my salad. Then after that, I just relax. And about an hour before bed, 45 minutes before bed, I'll just have my bone broth. I kind of get salt cravings at the end of the night because I'm used to eating chips at night. So I can either have eggs with some salt in it, some Himalayan salt, pink salt, or yeah, a bone broth with a little salt in it. Maybe that should help out. I usually fast all morning too, especially during the week. It's easy. Fast until noon. I pretty much just have a lunch and have a latest supper, 6:30, 7:30ish, right around the area, depending on how much poker I play. And then I just have snacks in between. Alright, that's it.